Now, the government and rebels in South Sudan have accused each other of violating a ceasefire hours after it came into effect. President Kiir and rebel leader Riek Machar had signed the peace deal late on Friday, hoping to bring an end to a 5-month conflict that had displaced 1.5 million people. Well, with me is the BBC World Service Africa editor, Mary Harper. So this didn't take very long for this ceasefire to break down.
No, just 5 hours after it came into effect, the government said that rebel forces attacked its position in the town of Bentiu, this oil hub, which has seen massive fighting. And then at the same time, the rebels have accused the government of attacking it on multiple fronts in the same region in the north of South Sudan. So literally a few hours after that ceasefire was meant to come into attack, both sides have accused the other of breaking it.
You mentioned that area where the fighting had taken place. Is that still ongoing?
As far as we know, it is very difficult to get concrete information from that part of South Sudan, but it does sound like both sides are at least attacking each other on some kind of a scale. We don't know how long it's going to last. It might just be short-term posturing on both sides, trying to emphasise their strength. So I think it's too early to say that the ceasefire has completely broken down and that there's no hope. But it mustn't be forgotten that in January this year, a ceasefire was signed. Shortly afterwards, it broke and there was massive fighting.
I was about to say that. It doesn't bode well because we've been here before, haven't we?
Absolutely. It does seem like a recurring nightmare, and South Sudan is the world's newest country. There was so much optimism when it was formed, and since then it's had lots of trouble with its former partner, Sudan, and now within itself the two main ethnic groups are at each other's throats.
We mustn't forget, though, there is a huge humanitarian situation. So, I mean, whilst all this fighting continues, it doesn't help the situation there, does it?
Not at all. And in fact, as soon as the peace deal was reached in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, the top UN official for Sudan was pleading for both sides to open up humanitarian access in terms of allowing aid to get through on roads and also on rivers, because there are hardly any functioning roads in South Sudan. It's such a poor, underdeveloped place. And with these clashes ongoing, the humanitarian aid is not going to get to the about 5 million people that the UN says need it.
Very sad situation. Mary Harper, thank you very much for explaining some of that to us. Thank you.